Hey guys, what's up? Neil Sanders here, and today I'm talking about how we visually produce music that people listen to, and sometimes we rely too much on our eyes and we don't pay enough attention to our ears, which our ears should be the main thing, and like that should be the main sense that we're using. But I tend to focus on my eyes a lot whenever I'm EQing, whenever I'm using compressors. We have all these visual aids and visual tools that make it so we're just looking at what the music's doing instead of listening to what the music's doing. And what this is doing is, for instance, with kicks, I've always been like, okay, whenever we EQ a kick, we need to take the mid range out, we need to boost it around 100, and then we need to, we can leave the highs in there. So I would visually do that. I would look at it and be like, oh, this visually, I would take out so much EQ based on, I would take out so much volume of each section of the EQ based on how much was showing in the visual equalizer. I'd be like, oh, there's so much going on in that mid. And then it got to the point where I was like, why are my songs sounding so weak? They're missing so much sound. And then it came I was actually watching a video where someone was explaining lots of mixing and mixing tips on mixing mistakes that people make. And this was my mistake. So instead of using a visual equalizer like this, let's see what's going on here, where you can see where the sound's coming through, so I can pull the bass down if I want. It's in the kick. Instead, you should be using something like this, where you can't see what is going on, because it's forcing you to listen and be like, does this sound good? Not does this look good? Because we don't look at music, we listen to music. So you need to stop using these visual aids, depending on them so much, because at the end of the day, no one's gonna look at your music. They're only gonna be listening to it. Now, there are some cases where these visual equalizers are very, very, very good. But you should always start. Really, the only time I use the visual equalizers is to see how much dirty, real low end bass is coming through, or high end. Just so we can know to put some high and low cuts, like at like 20 hertz and at 20 hertz, whatever, way high spectrums. And sometimes all instruments, you need to be cutting the bass so that sub can shine. But other than that, try using the non-visual equalizers more than your visual equalizers. Always start with a non-visual equalizer. You'll find that you start using you'll find a totally different sound. That's what I noticed. I stopped using visual equalizers and relying on them so much visually, and my sound just got so much fuller, and honestly, everything started to sound better. Less EQ has actually been the key to a lot better sound of mine. So that's my tip. Thanks for watching, guys, and I know this will help you if you're struggling with the same problem. So let me know if you have any questions. Bye.